Good evening and welcome to tonight's episode of Eat, Crit and Survive, where a bunch of people gather in different locations for the first time this year and play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Happy New Year!
Yeah.
It's totally
already
different
drank
than
my
yesterday.
Chin chin.
Chin chin. Chin.
Blended.
Yes.
I
Chin chin.
didn't know we were doing toasts. Hang on.
We'll all sing Old Lang Syne now.
Please, God, no.
Sweet Caroline.
Caroline.
Oh
no.
And that will stop because we won't get sued.
Yeah, the audio is going to be muted.
I thought the song of our group was Hungry Eyes.
That's on a Wednesday. Only on a Wednesday.
Apart from when it occasionally gets played.
One day I might actually listen to what that is.
I wouldn't bother.
Nah, it's not worth it.
Dirty Dancing is a classic. It may not actually be like a gooder film, but it's a classic film, if that makes
By
sense.
definition, it is a classic film. It's not necessarily a good film.
It's better than you might think.
Yeah. There are worse films out there. There are better.
There are films.
Luke
Yes.
hasn't watched them, but
Oh, I just know they exist. Anyway, this, as well as it being New Year's Day, it is our 100th episode. What? We've actually somehow managed to do
Which
100
is-
sessions of this.
Which is the real reason why I have champagne.
Yes, exactly. We have somehow managed to get to 100 episodes without a TPK-ish. I wouldn't count episode... I think it was episode 26 was when we had the almost TPK.
I think we're still more than 50% original characters, so...
Is that why?
It's only Dom.
Is that why you kept the fake fee in so long? You're like, haha, even if I TPK them, technically it's not a TPK if not all the characters are here.
No, I just would have started a new campaign because Kafina wouldn't have ever found anyone or been able to do anything about it.
Yeah.
But given that 2 people ran away, it was fine.
You'd have died horribly and alone.
Kafina would have just got a new adventuring party of buff men.
Exactly. Sorry, Tom.
That's our priorities.
Run away is a strong way of putting it.
R2 ran away. You were teleported away and had no choice in the matter.
I want the clarification.
Well, admittedly, that was Dan's second character in the campaign who'd only been around for 2 sessions and then had to run away from TPK. So, you know, think about that. There's still a statue of Vesage somewhere in the desert.
We're coming back for that at some point.
I mean, maybe if it hasn't been eroded away by wind and sand.
It's underground, isn't it? Oh
No.
no, it's right outside. Yeah,
That
sure.
was outside the door.
I think it is in a slight dip, so we might have a chance. More likely it's probably buried by sand.
Watch as we spend episode 102 just digging for R2.
We've got a lot of loose ends we've got to sort out.
So many things.
Still need to go back to hell and get
Yeah.
get your soul, so...
Thank you. Or at least ask him if he's okay with how things turned out.
Yeah.
Probably say we were
Is this really what you saw yourself?
No.
Yeah. It's like, you did say you'd be okay with it at the time, but I have a feeling you might have changed your mind.
Yeah. So how was everyone's New Year's Eve? How did everyone spend their time? You played 4
I watched
It was certainly different.
Spent a lot
Classic
of time
Zoom call.
trying to get Zoom to work.
Sorry, what was that, Tom?
We spent a lot of time trying to get Zoom to work, doing family things
Ah,
that not working properly because everyone had the same idea.
Yes.
yeah.
I got absolutely steaming live on stream while playing Bloodborne.
I don't know how
at 3
that.
o'clock in the
To be
morning.
honest, Carl, I don't know how that's different to any other day of your life. Apart from today, where you're playing
Normally-
D&D instead.
I normally wouldn't play Bloodborne.
Yeah, it's always D&D.
I did see you started streaming at like an hour to midnight or something like that, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's an interesting
I
time
even
to
did the
start.
typical. I did the true gamer. Me and the boys were playing. It was like playing away, and then all of a sudden everyone just turned around and went, "Hang on a minute." Cheers. Right, back to it.
We played Azul and Dice Forge. That was fun.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
then
once
nearly
we-
got windows blown up by fireworks.
yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
Just
lots
across
of
the-
fireworks.
just across the road from us, there were some people letting them off the house, and they came over the house and came towards the window.
Like literally in the road out there. Not up there, in the sky, in the road.
They came up and over. It was like, oh shit.
At least we weren't
Oh.
strapping to them backs.
Someone near us had the bright idea to set them off every hour until 5 a.m.
Oh god, people are terrible.
What terrible people! I know exactly who that was.
It was Connor.
Yeah.
No, there's the people who back onto me.
Oh,
God.
It don't bother me, but I know exactly who it was.
not because you're conscious pretty much all the way through until like.
Yeah, I mean,
6 in the morning.
I went to bed last night like what, 5:30?
Good God.
So early.
Respectable.
Yeah, exactly. Oh,
It was nearly daylight.
yeah, dear.
I remember those days.
Yeah.
It was so long ago.
Yes. It was so long ago.
Yeah, it feels like yesterday.
To be fair, Ross, yours is going to be a case of you're going to be up at that time just because you have to be. Because you're going to get the elbow telling you that it's your
It's
turn.
actually be perfect because it'll be like, yes, I'm going to go help look after the baby. I'll see you in a bit. And then just I don't know,
Valorant.
swaddle or strap baby to my front and just be like, right, let's play some games.
Yeah.
But it's all right, love. I've got the next 4 of these. Okay, I've got the next 2 hours. It'll be fine. Right.
Perfect crime.
So, yeah, that'll be okay. Danny doesn't watch this, so it's fine.
True.
Technically, no one does.
Wow.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Self burn on our own stream.
I
I was
know,
gonna say.
right?
One viewer.
I don't know. We have followers.
We currently have 2 people. We currently have 2 people viewing. So,
What are you going to need?
I was gonna say one of them's gone.
well, one of them is me as well because I checked the stream to see.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just started.
Ah.
Genuine viewer.
You know, but you know, YouTube, right? We upload them, so you know.
We've got people on YouTube that
Yeah.
watch us. You get a few views.
Also me.
What's remind yourself
Connor
of what
rewatches
we-
them to remember what happened that episode.
Exactly.
To be fair. So anyway. Hey
Oh,
guys.
speaking of what happened last time.
Yes, thank you for that segue.
Oh,
So,
nice.
if we're ready to go for it, where we left off last time, who remembers? I don't know. It was a whole year since we last played.
Husband.
Get out.
No. What I can do is I can put you in the waiting room and then you won't have to listen to it.
That's fine.
Where we last left off, Wandering Stars were going about their business, taking care of whatever they needed to, getting the various fragments that they needed to put together these soul gems that would contain the spirits of visionaries that are currently overruling the material plane. Having spent some time gathering the resources that we need to on the elemental plane of Earth, we took yourself back to Hephaestus' forge, dumped the diamonds in a hole, essentially. He was like, right, they're safe there. And then went about your business, returning to Alfheim to find some various resources before you set off once again to wherever your next destination was. Along the way, Asher went to pray to Odin to gain a fragment of his abilities and lost an eye in the process.
Donated an eye.
Sure.
Willingly gave.
Fair trade.
Fair trade.
Exactly. Asher loves safe, sustainable agricultural practices.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. But having completed that aspect, you decided your next destination would be the Fey Wilde. Having transported yourself there, you spent some time looking around at one of the outposts and spotted the white stag that had been patrolling as through Liralair's visions during her trances and was presumably being targeted by the hunt. Having spent some time looking out, you spotted also a bunch of trees which had some large creatures standing nearby them. And as you went over, you found that these large creatures were in fact the trees. And as these giant moose-faced creatures turn to face you, that is where we pick up. So, as you approach the giant tree mooses, Ross, you're the expert. What's the plural of moose?
Oh,
It's moose.
Moose.
Okay.
It's not mooses or meese.
Mises.
Meeses.
And
It's my
it's
favourite.
They turn and look at you inquisitively.
Do I know what they are?
Make a nature check.
$17.
You're aware. Oh, hello. Feedback. You're aware of some legends about these creatures. They are known as the Foridensis.
As what, sorry?
The Foridensis.
Foridensis.
Foredensis.
And what do those legends say?
They have spoken of these creatures that roam the Fey Wilde and occasionally are known to step through trees and appear in other parts of the world entirely. So they are known for seemingly speedy travel from copse to copse, and it's very uncommon to see them in a certain area, grazing area, for more than a day.
Oh, so they can cast tree stride essentially. Well, that would be really helpful for getting into our house to steal the Christmas presents.
You know what? That would be really useful.
Totally not a waste of spell scroll.
Not at all. Not at all metagaming and waiting until the situation required it.
No.
If you want to understand that reference, watch out for our festive episode that will be coming to YouTube at some point.
And Ross remembers to upload it.
Yeah, I mean, it was midnight, so I didn't upload it. So, but way to call me out, Matt. Thanks.
I will step forward while maintaining eye contact.
Oh no, this is exactly what they hate.
They follow you with their gaze.
I shall try speaking in Sylvan,
Okay.
loudly and clearly.
Ironically, you went into mute as soon as you said that. Loudly and clearly. Mute.
Sorry, I've put myself on general mute because I'm coughing still.
Okay.
I will say, I'll just say hello to start with, see if there's any response.
Greetings.
They sound evil.
Given that they responded in kind, I will actually bow.
Mm-hmm. There is a minuscule dip of the head, which for these creatures, it looks minuscule, but it's actually sort of a good foot and a half that the head just bobs.
It's like there's a minor earthquake happening somewhere above our head.
Yeah, exactly. The boulder has moved.
I'll say, I seek a boon.
Of what?
My friend and I have an important hunt. Our quarry lies far to the north, and we must needs travel at great speed if we are to find it.
Whom are you hunting? And why?
I seek the white stag because the mistress of the hunt bade me.
Head comes up for a moment and looks ponderous, looks at the rest of the group before returning to you and says, "We understand the needs for champions to prove themselves. We could assist you in this.
There a service we might render to you in payment for this boon?"
It will be its own reward. There is naught you could offer us. At this time, at least. We may call upon you one day when our need is great.
Then may we proceed?
We may climb on.
All of us? Is that permissible?
The herd travels together. And you realize now, as they say this, you're not entirely certain what gender these groups are. It seems to be both male and female out the antlers with full tree formations. There is a herd of maybe 5 or 6 that are dotted around. Some of them are younger than others. The one that you're speaking to seems to be the elder of the group.
I thank you for this boon. I will willingly render one to you in the future, should you need it. And I will now tell my companions what you have said.
Whom shall I say we are looking for should we require the boon, child of the wilds?
I am Lirale Yavolwa. I hail from Imrasil.
We know it and avoid it.
I may often be found in the material plane among the hunters known as the Orionids.
We shall remember. But as you sort of turn to speak to your comrades, the rest of you see them starting to kneel down, which, you know, is good of them to go from a 5-story house to just a modest 2-story.
Right. So, these noble creatures will take us where we need to go, and they will take us there very fast indeed. Be very respectful, because they can probably understand everything we say.
We can. It says in common, in all of your minds. We will take you as far as the foothills of the mountain range, but no further. We are not creatures of the cold.
That's fine. The cold never bothered me anyway.
Let it go, Connor. Let it go.
He's on a roll today, I think.
It's just so much alcohol coursing through my veins.
so much alcohol and
Something
no
has
sleep.
changed within you, and it's your blood alcohol level.
it's all blood.
You're
It is all
White
alcohol at this
Stag.
point.
I sometimes think the problem with Connor is that it's the blood level in his alcohol.
Ah.
It's too much blood.
Yeah, I'm even in Twitch chat because it's like, oh, sweet child of wild. Couldn't help it.
Anyway,
Right, climb on these Boreanids, did you say? No,
Providensis.
Boredensis.
Okay. It is an interesting ascent to climb up them. They're sort of, as you get to them, their bark or their hide is somewhere between fur and bark. So it's as if a tree has grown a fur coat over the top of it. The sort of short, bristly hair that you get on a small terrier. Sort of able to climb up it relatively easy enough because it's sort of crabby and like scabs underneath it. You can sort of pull yourself up. But once that's astride them, it's almost as easier to just kneel on their backs rather than try and sit as if you're straddling a horse, particularly for those of you who are smaller there, because otherwise you would have to. Yes, you are also 3 feet tall.
Doesn't make sense, I know.
I've just got this image of Lily just kind of lying down on the thing and holding on.
Just having 2 handfuls.
I've got to surf style it. Hang 10.
Yep.
I'm also getting the image of like a tabaxi that's got bark skin on itself or something.
Yeah, kind of. The sort of leopard print. No. Bear in mind, you guys have already travelled for a day by this point, so it is getting towards the end of your travelling time, as you would normally do. You can press on, but you are getting into the point of needing to make checks for exhaustion, even riding upon these creatures.
They're going to go fast, apparently. So
If you are all ready.
I think one of us has just stopped to go to the bathroom.
Not on my back, I hope.
I'm sure she wouldn't do something so terrible.
It's fine. She's back now. Obviously didn't take long.
Close the jobs off.
What jobs, mate? I think I've been working this week. You'd be a fool.
All right, so as you will climb upon them, the group step away from small cots that are set up. And as you start to feel them start to run forward, you think there is no way that these creatures are going to be able to pass through these trees as they go through it. It's not possible. They're just going to impact or run over them. But as they get closer, you suddenly feel reality shift as your form shrinks down as a tear within the tree rips open and the Floridensis dive within, bursting out the other side. So you shrink down and erupt out the other side, significantly further north, and immediately a chill, what would be north, equivalent to the north, immediate chill sort of wraps around your bodies. Your breath is starting to crystallize before you, but you have emerged from a group of trees where the land is a little bit more barren. But the Floridensis are perfectly happy to lead on and continue with their ride. Have you all, who has climbed on which ones, just as a matter of interest?
Whichever one, well, presumably, in fact, it's not a weight problem, is there?
It's not a weight issue, it's more of a, it's logistical, there's a reason for it.
I thought Lyra would have picked the one which she was talking to.
Yeah.
How many of them are there?
6.
I'll probably just pick one for myself.
I think it's pretty random. We all just would have walked to the nearest unoccupied one, so...
Right, there's 7 of you, so who's sharing?
Only I'm smaller, so one.
Okay.
I'll share with Leela.
So roll a d6 and find out.
Alright, so Leela and Kalatar. The greenskins.
Racist.
Racist.
Team Green.
You beat me to it.
Yeah.
Well, the Hulk wasn't available, so... but no. As the ride sets off and they start to press on, sort of making the way up towards the mountains, you are significantly closer to them. Snowfall is not yet upon the ground, but you can see the sort of horizon where the snow does start to settle. And you would know that you are getting into the frosted area where the tracks could be found. As you're riding, I need everyone who is leading on, or everyone except the leader, to make a charisma saving throw. Yep.
Charisma save.
Yes, please.
Okay. Oh wow.
Influence checks.
That's not nice.
That's okay.
Okay, Founding.
Beyond being weird, give me a second.
Okay, I'll come back. Ross.
12.
Kafina.
27.
Delta.
18.
Lyra.
19.
Asher.
30.
30.
I have a plus 15. I only rolled a 15.
Not fair. Founding.
I'm just
Who's
gonna
on? Who's on one with me?
You're on your own.
On your own.
I'm on my own.
I'm just gonna roll a die because for some reason
Probably a lot of
Beyond-
people using it. So.
Beyond is
You
trying to tell
maverick.
me I've got a +5 in charisma saves, and I'm sure that's not right.
What level monkey? You're level 14 monk, aren't you? You get
Yeah.
proficiency in all saving throws.
Oh, that makes sense then. Okay.
No, good shit.
Is this against being frightened?
No, but it is a charm effect. So actually, Fina and Lyra would have advantage. Because they
Can
can see
I?
it.
I mean, this may or may not be a thing. I get advantage for charisma checks to influence beasts and plants. Does this in any way help?
No, because it's not a beast or plant that you are influencing. It's a
Just-
thing that is
I'm
influencing you.
just asking the question just in case.
Yeah.
I have diamond soul yet? Because I think I might
I think you
need
do.
it.
I think you do.
Isn't that what gives you proficiency in all saving throws?
So
It
well,
does
if
do.
you spend the key, you can re-roll a save, I believe.
I
Yes,
have,
you can.
I have,
Yes, you
I have,
can
because I
spend.
rolled a 7 on that first attempt.
You can spend the key and re-roll it, but you must use the second roll, I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm guessing a 7 is a fail.
A 7 is a fail, yes.
So let's try that again. 15 is better.
Okay. Founding and Cedric.
Yeah.
As this loud horn sounds across the land, just rings out. The two of you and your steeds are sort of slow and turn as if you're steering them and going sort of in the opposite direction. And they are starting to gallop away. What are the rest of you doing?
Did we notice this?
Yeah,
Say
you all heard the horn, but the rest of you just sort of went and shrugged it off.
I will say to the Floridensys, can we stop them?
I'm trying to reach with their minds, but it's not succeeding.
Can I try to use my stillness of mind, which ends an effect that causes me to be charmed?
Sounds like it.
An interesting question. Well, then, yes, you could. However, your steed is still trotting off with.
I'm gonna dismount. I'm just gonna get off and
Okay.
go run to join the others.
Okay. You would take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, but you're a monk, so
Yeah.
you can use a key and not. You just not. Meanwhile, Cedric, you're having a great time. You want to join the hunt? I must join them.
Sounds like great fun.
Yep. But at this point, the rest of you are sort of turned around and you see Foundling leap off the back and monk his way down to the ground.
Yes, that's now a verb.
Yep, verb to monk his way down.
Twunk.
Monk.
What's the distance to where Cedric is from us at the moment?
It's galloping away at speed, so you're probably slowing down to catch it, Foundling and turning around, I would say 100 feet at this point.
Okay, you know, worth a try. Gonna try casting Dispel Magic on it? Wait, I don't want to metagame. I did feel a spell trying to take effect a second ago on me, right? And then saw my friend suddenly turn and fuck off in the wrong direction, yeah?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Because I assume that if I, you know, feel a spell trying to affect me, then I know that is the case.
By we're rolling an Arcana check.
Yeah. Is it 21?
It was not a spell effect.
Ooh.
It was something was impacting your mind.
Damn, okay. Keeping my spell slot then.
Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
But Cedric, the only thing that is on your mind is
Yeah,
get.
I'll start making a new character now. No worries.
Okay. Shall I roll? I'll text you your
Yeah,
stat.
stat rolls. Thanks. Yeah.
4 18s and an 8.
His character's only going to be around for one session before he has to go off on baby maternity leave. So you know, it's all sixty. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, if anyone could save Cedric right now, that would be fantastic. Anyone have any ideas?
He's 100 feet. Can I try and catch up to get within 90?
You can ask your Paradensis to speed up and chase after him.
That is exactly what I'm going to ask. Please, can you get as close as possible to them?
I shall try and start picking up speed.
Goody.
Eventually, you'll get sort of within equatable distance, but they are sort of going. Both of them are going at full speed, so you probably catch them slightly just because you're lighter than Cedric.
Oh, nice.
Eventually, like.
Yeah. All right. I don't know if more.
It'll take a few minutes, but.
I have to tell that I need to touch him to do it.
Well, if nothing else happens before that time, as soon as I get within range of thunder stepping towards him, I will.
Okay.
I can focus to it, so it basically doesn't hurt anyone around me, because technically it would only hit my space. Would that work? I mean,
it's a minimum of 5 feet, the radius.
Yeah, so I can't make it go even lower than that, huh?
You're on a creature, so
Can I? I don't know. I'll communicate with the creature to kind of launch me towards him, I guess.
A crew.
Yeah. You know when they like stop hard and you kind of just dive off.
We're going to get your moose to do an endo.
As you say that, the head sort of tilts ever so slightly. He goes, "You would just crash into my branches." Because remember, these are tree antlered meats. That's nice.
Climb, Kafina, climb!
Alright.
If it launch, you would just hit it in the back.
Unless I can just stab Cedric, then no, I've got nothing. Sorry. You feel like being stabbed would help?
This will work even better. I'm going to go for Dimension Door instead.
Okay. So what, you're dimension dooring onto its back?
Right on top of Cedric is where I'm aiming for, yes. And it's 500 feet for this one, so I don't even have to be that close.
Do you have it prepared?
Nope. That's why I've got to roll. Yeah.
I will say you're making this a disadvantage because you're trying to concentrate whilst on the back of a galloping horse.
Oh, yay. That's not going to go terribly wrong. Good first roll. Oh, double 18. That's awesome. Yeah. That's actually the DC, so yeah.
18 was the DC, so you appear next to Cedric, who is just concentrating, holding on.
Good. Immediately grab him and thunder step off him backwards towards where I came from.
Okay. Roll damage.
Yeah. Sorry, guy, but you're doing the wrong thing with my buddy. That's 19.
Okay. There is an explosion and thunderous energy that rings out across the plain as you flash back onto your mount, holding Cedric, who is now still actually. Nope.
Yeah, he's not willing, is he? Yeah.
Cedric, take 19. Make a Constitution saving throw.
I would love to.
Don't you love it when you forget like the
20
description of your?
Okay, so you take half damage. You take 9 points of 10 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
He didn't come with me, did he?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay. Foundling will have run to the elder tree moose that Lyra's on, and basically shout up, I can try to stop the ones that are running away, but I would have to strike them to do it. Do you wish me to attempt that? I don't think I will hurt them very much.
You may try.
Okay.
If it does not succeed, do not kill them.
No. So, Foundling is going to use monk speed to try and catch up with.
Okay, they are travelling at 120 feet around. So, what's Foundling's maximum speed? A lot, I imagine.
Oh, they're slightly faster than me. If I dash around, that's 110 feet.
But you can.
I could spend
point.
a kick,
How
but it depends how many rounds it'll take me to catch up.
Hang on. How high off the ground is Lyra?
How high off the ground? These are gargantuan creatures, so probably about 50 feet.
Okay. I will Fey step down
Okay.
and then fall 20 feet, I guess.
Okay.
Land.
6 points of bludgeoning damage. Look at the hit points of these creatures.
Okay, then I will cast haste on Foundling.
Okay. Oh boy. So, okay. So, family, you feel the slap on your back, and you are now significantly faster, and you start running. You can go 330 feet if you use your movement. 330 feet. You use your movement, your action, and your hasted action to dash.
Yep. So I'll do that until I catch up with the one Cedric's on.
You catch up with them fairly quickly, and you are now running alongside them. So you will, you're going 220 now. Oh no.
Okay. So I will just make an unarmed strike against them.
Okay. Which one are you attacking first? The one that Cedric's.
The one that Cedric's on, yeah.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
40 and
Misses. So you strike in, and you just hit a piece of bark on the leg as it's moving, and it just deflects your hand away.
that's fine, because I only wanted to make an attack so I could spend a key to use Flurry of Blows.
Okay.
So, an arm strike.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
19 hits.
Okay, so it takes 7 points of damage, but more
no.
importantly, can it make a dex save or be knocked prone?
What's your DC?
16.
17.
Okay, an arm strike again.
Yep.
Yeah, 26 is going to hit.
Yeah.
So that's another 9 points of damage, and again, dex.
Natural one. So you struck it on the first instance on the leg, and it didn't quite buckle. You then strike at the same spot, and you just feel the knee buckle slightly as the hoof kicks out, catches the back leg, and goes tumbling. Cedric, you take 24 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie.
Because you are catapulted with some momentum over a great distance. and fall prone, unsurprisingly. However, you are still driven by that desire to stand up and keep going.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to...
As are the Floridensis. The other one that wasn't hit has just kept on running. And the one that you knocked prone stands up and heads off.
Snap out of it, Cedric.
Time to join the hunt.
At this point, haste fades.
It's fine. It won't take me long to catch up with you again.
Yeah.
What's your quickest movement? How fast can you move again?
55 feet is my movement speed.
Okay. I move 40 feet around. So
if I dash, I can do 110.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the rest of you, what are you doing?
Trying to catch up.
Okay.
Admiring this shit show from afar.
Yeah,
I don't really know what to do here.
yeah, what you do, but the rest of you is very odd because all you see is a tree fall over and then stand up again, going.
Just go, oh!
Yeah, exactly.
Oh! Oh, it's back up really fast.
That's fine.
What, like when a horse falls in the Grand National? It's
I
like, oh
know.
no, the horse! Oh no, it's fine.
Yeah, he's okay.
As a melee combatant with very limited utility. Oh no!
Anyway,
Ironically, the person who's most likely to be able to solve this problem is the one who it's happened to.
I have the perfect spell, but I can't get to him.
Well, Cedric is now on foot, so as the Floridensis that he was riding upon has run past him, so...
Is Cedric now restricted by the difficult terrain?
What difficult terrain?
Then I'm just kind of hoping there'd be some sort of.
So
I was hoping if you speak it, it might happen.
For some reason, Asher is pinned to the ground by this difficult terrain that has happened.
As long as it happens to Cedric, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, he'll be stuck in a massive furrow where the tree moose crashed and sort of plowed into the ground.
Oh, no, he got launched a fair bit ahead of that.
I will cast haste on myself
Okay.
and go and catch up with Cedric and Foundling.
Okay, your movement speed is...
You're muted.
30, but I can bonus action dash as well.
So you're going to be 120...
240 per round.
Yeah, okay. All right, takes you right to the end limit of your haste cast, of your haste duration, but you do catch up to Cedric. You've got maybe 6 seconds left before haste fades.
Just before it does, because I will be tired when it does, I will cast Protection from Evil and Good on Cedric.
Just looking for all the different smites.
I can't go anywhere if I'm unconscious.
Okay.
If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed, they have advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect, but he hasn't been making any new saving
I've not made any saving throws so
Oh,
far.
continuous duration. Also, in casting that, you become tired because it's concentration.
Yes, I
So-
knew that. That's why I had to do it before haste ended, because otherwise he'd run out of range again.
Yep. So you're now... As Cedric just keeps merrily trotting on, going to join the hunt. Hunt time.
Well, I guess melee attack Cedric.
Hang on.
Well, not quite, Foundling is, but...
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
when I
okay.
catch up, I'd like to try something.
Okay.
An arm strike on Cedric.
Make an attack roll.
Join the hunt. I'm
Does
off
a
to join
23
the
hit?
hunt.
What, sorry?
23.
Yeah, that hits.
Join the hunt. Someone's hitting me, but I don't care. I'm off to
You
join
take
the
10
hunt.
points of 10 points of damage, Cedric.
I genuinely thought you said they're 10 points of sad damage.
Oh, I feel sad having to hit Cedric, but I'm now got a flurry of blows.
Okay.
Oh, that hurt a little bit. But off to
27
join the hunt.
to hit,
27 hits.
7 points of damage, and make a dex save or be knocked prone, Cedric.
12?
Nope, that fails.
You're all now prone, Cedric.
I'm off to join.
Join the hunt.
Then second unarmed strike is a 28 to hit.
Miss.
That hits.
It hits.
So 9 more damage, and
Um,
sure, why not? Make a strength save, or I'm going to kick you 15 feet back the way you came.
Gonna get you.
I mean, it's an 18?
Okay, that succeeds, so I don't know if to kick you back.
Cedric's going to become like that can that you kick on the way home. Just we're going to keep kicking him along.
You do have an extra attack, and you could try and stun him. Otherwise, you're just going to get up and keep going.
Sure, why not? Let's an armed strike.
With advantage because he's prone.
Off to join the hunt.
Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, too busy enjoying my song now.
Okay. So
Next year's Christmas #1. I'm off to join the hunt.
That's another 13 points of damage,
13, cool.
and
Let's
yeah,
bring
stunning strike. So con save, which you're probably going to pass.
Because of course we're doing this while lying on the
decent
floor.
at con.
Just arming crawling.
Does a 17 work?
Just me.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo.
Back to his feet and is off to join the hunt.
There's got to be a way of knocking you out.
I'm off to join the hunt, the wonderful foresty hunt.
Kafina, at this point, you've watched this go on.
Cool. As soon as I get within 30 feet, or just as soon as I get close enough, actually, because he's going to keep walking, the bastard.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump down to make this easier, and I'm going to try and cast a heightened spell charm person on him.
Okay. First of all, you take 16 points of bludgeoning damage from fall.
Yep. I'm surprised it's not more. I'm not very graceful.
So this is a charm person. Disadvantage for Cedric, but advantage because Lorelei is still thinking of protection from evil. Oh no, that's only from Fey. Never mind. Yeah, so Cedric, make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
I'm pretty
Oh,
good at
wisdom.
wisdom.
Yeah,
Oh, with
That's why I
disadvantage, you say?
I do.
Ooh, 12?
Yeah, that fails.
Okay, you are now charmed by Kafina.
Cedric, stop already!
For an hour.
Come on, back this way.
Does it work?
They don't cancel each other out. So you were still like, oh, Kafina's my friend, but I still want to go and join the hunt.
Can't you come here with me to the hunt?
No. The hunt's this way. The hunt's this way. This is where the hunt is. You've gotten mixed up. Don't worry, it's back this way.
Are you sure?
Absolutely. Have I ever been wrong about anything? I'm not very good at convincing people, obviously.
I mean, make a persuasion check at advantage. So make an insight check.
Sure. An insight check, eh? Oh, that's right. Oh, no, it's not alright. I need to stop rolling this. I mean, it's helping me out now, but I need to stop rolling this die. A 7?
26.
So
Hard to think.
Kafina's saying the hunt's this way, but the voice in your head is saying the hunt's the other way.
There's a voice in my head saying it's this way. Are you sure it's that way?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I'm gonna quickly look over to Lyra and everyone else and whisper and go, does anyone know how to stop voices in people's heads?
You hear that with your massive protection.
Yes! I don't mind the voice. It's telling me where the hunt is, and I want to join the hunt. Join the hunt. feel like like Cedric might just be doing like a loop net for it now, just in circles, just like walking towards Kafina, then being like, "No, wait, it is this way," and then walking that way, and be like, "But Kafina said it was that way."
Yeah, he just walks a furrow. Anyone else?
To do what?
I
I go
suppose.
there and kill him. That's about it. That's all I'm good for.
I mean, I've taken on like half health right now. I'm looking pretty beaten up.
So easy right now.
If I just
good luck
keep
dragging
yelling,
my body anywhere though.
if I just keep yelling at him, walk this way, I'm hoping I can drown out the voice in his head. Walk this way, Cedric, this way now, quickly, this way, walk this way now, do it now, quickly, walk.
Kafina suddenly turns into a drill sergeant.
I was waiting for Kafina to pull out a stick and be like, "Here, go!"
That'd be great.
Would it help?
Depends if you wild shaped into a dog or not.
Yeah, I have absolutely nothing to add to this scenario.
Yeah, you literally can't do anything.
Right, gonna kick it up a notch and try a slightly stronger spell.
Oh, boy.
I will do suggestion.
Okay.
If I charm him twice, maybe this will work. Why the fuck not?
Okay, what is your suggestion?
Cedric, follow us. And I'll heighten it just like before.
Okay, so wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
With disadvantage,
Yes.
16.
Ooh, is 18, but
18 was the other roll, so
yay.
Okay, you feel the pull of that spell pulling you back towards your friends. But this draw of the hunt. It's the hunt! You must join the hunt! And they're keeping you from the hunt. You like Kafina because Kafina's okay. But the rest of the party, you're going off them rather quickly. Hello. Charm person, suggestion, punching.
why is everyone trying to stop me from joining the hunt? It sounds great, according to the voices in my head.
The voices in your head are lying. They're lies, all full of lies. Listen to your best friend, Kafina.
Well, you are very convincing, Kafina. But I'm not sure about everyone else. They're acting a little bit suspicious.
How close have I got?
You're probably all within a reasonable range at this point to sort of around. You know, you've probably got the remaining Floridans just sort of circling this shit show, just to try and stop Cedric from going anywhere.
Okay.
I'm
I
going to
will,
point. Go on.
I
Do
will
your
get
thing.
down from my thing.
Okay. I assume you climb rather than jump.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not stupid.
Just checking.
Debatable.
I have an intelligence of 14. I know what I'm doing.
Climbing down this moose.
And I will walk towards Cedric.
Mm-hmm.
And I will attempt. I don't know if this is going to work. I will attempt a counter charm.
Okay. This is the bardic thing, yes?
Yes. I can perform as an action. I can perform until the end of the next turn. During that time, you or any friendly creatures within 30 feet that can hear you have advantage on saving throws against frightened or being charmed. Now, I don't know if it will work because, well, he's not making saves.
Okay. How is your counter charm being performed? What are you doing? Imagine-
bloody dog.
Imagine Kalatar doing Scar or something.
It's either Scar or some form of hacker.
Both? Both is good.
Both is. I'm not sure how you can combine both.
I'm not sure either, but yeah. Okay. You begin your counter charm, which is basically very in his face. It's the 2007 World Cup, no, not 2007, 2011 World Cup final, France versus New Zealand, where the French just get right in their face. Yeah. It doesn't appear to be making any difference, though. Cedric still wants to try and join the hunt, and if anything, he's now getting more and more annoyed with you.
I
Hello.
said,
If I non-magically cast something,
non-magically cast.
Is this for your gadgets?
yeah,
Okay.
is that still? Do they still have to do saving throws and things?
Depends what it is.
Well, the thing I'm thinking about is saving throw.
So if it's got a saving throw, then yes, it's saving throw.
Yes, and non-magic is just a term for gadgets.
Yeah, you can still do a saving throw against physical things.
That's fine.
Are you doing a thing?
Might possibly. If I'm seeing that this is kind of not working.
Does our I mean, I'm totally not metagaming here, but I am. But does our part paladin have Bane by any chance?
Bane, I have a one-time usage. Bane.
Just saying, if we don't want Cedric to be making any wisdom saving throws, that would be awfully helpful.
But
A
Cedric,
little bit.
you want to go to the hunt.
But I do want to go to the hunt. Off to the hunt. I don't know
Is
what
Lena
I'm hunting,
doing a
but it
thing?
sounds great.
I use my shield and Bane Cedric.
Bane,
Make a
okay.
charisma saving throw against my shield.
Oh, that should be fine. 1?
Oh yeah, I'll do it. Yeah.
Two
I mean,
negative 1.
There you go.
So you have a minus a d4 to all saving throws. For the next minute, I believe Bane is.
Yeah.
So
Let's hope I don't have a chance to make a saving throw against this charm coming up anytime soon.
I can cast Adrian, I can cast Dominate Person.
Okay.
And just so clear, if this doesn't work, I'm just gonna knock him out.
Grab the options.
Just a quick question, Luke. How many rounds has passed since I last got punched?
So she both got punched. I'm going to say maybe 3 or 4.
Okay, does that mean that I have regained around 18 hit points because I'm on the ground?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Oh, not 148, just 18. See that rolls. Okay, is this happening? Do I need to be making a wisdom save?
I don't know. Go see.
Am I the?
Are you doing it?
Yeah.
You're within range because you're on Kalatar's speed.
Okay. Yeah. Why not? If I've gotten there and kind of been like, guys, think we worked out, I might have an idea.
Which die was rolling badly for me? It was one of the blue dice. I'll try one of those.
So dominate person. Okay, what is your...
It's a DC of 18.
Okay.
With a minus d4.
Okay. Okay, hold on. This is going to probably be quite close. Oh no, this is okay. This is a 16.
Oh, loads of leeway.
Okay. So Cedric is now, you now have that telepathic link with Cedric, and you can just hear in his mind the feedback of the hunt calls you. Join the hunt. Join the hunt. And then also just general Cedric thoughts of, hello,
Join
is there
the
a hunt? Join the hunt.
Yes.
Yes.
He does.
Yeah.
Are you coming to join the hunt with me?
No, we're going to go and do our own thing back this way, like everyone's trying to get you to do. So if you want to jump on one of these big tree people and come back with us, that'd be great.
I'm just quickly double checking
Gotta
Dominic
read
first
the
to see what
third- Got to read the third paragraph of Dominate Person, Laura.
Does it have the word repeat in it?
that sounds very convincing. If only you did a thing called an action. Then I wouldn't have a choice. Otherwise, join the hunt.
Doing that, was it?
You can use your action to take total and precise control of the
Yes.
target.
Yeah.
You are.
You need to actually do that. Rather than, otherwise you've just got sort of a generic connection there. So you have to then go,
You're very convincing right now, but I need confirmation from you that you are 100% taking control of all of Cedric's actions.
So what? I just got talking like a naughty child.
if that's how you choose to interpret it, or just say, I use my action to take control
Well,
of
I'm
him.
sorry, I didn't just tell
No. You
Why
must
you
talk to
can't
him like a
have
naughty child.
But also talk to
But also talking like a naughty child, because that's funnier.
Cedric, get on the moose now.
Oh,
Do. Get your golden moose.
okay.
On the move.
Stay there.
I wanted to join the hunt, though. I'll go climb up the moose's side. On the moose.
It does last for a minute, so...
Hold on, mine lasts for 10.
Oh, does it last 10 minutes with your gadget?
Hold on. 10 minutes, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So the last 10 minutes, you might need to tie Cedric to the moose, otherwise he's just going to, when that finishes, just run away again.
Cedric joins me on my moose.
Okay. Are we in good company?
I'm kind of hoping if you can get far enough away, if you just
The Artemis looks over and says to you, Lyra, our brethren will make their way back to us when they are free of their minds. There's not much we can do for them, as your friend has demonstrated. We shall press on as far as we can go.
Thank
And with that, they turn and they start heading off. I assume, Foundling, you jump back off, and Kapini, you jump back onto one of the moose.
Yeah, I'll join Lyra.
Okay.
Can I just say, we were lucky it wasn't more of us.
Yeah, right. All right, so you set off and start riding along the ground. The Fordermis start galloping just to build up the speed, and the plant life starts to fade away to past the tops of trees, at which point the 10 minutes does pass away. Sorry, Tom, were you trying to say something and I stopped speaking? Okay. The 10 minutes does fade away. Cedric, that desire to return to the hunt comes off again.
Am I tied down or anything?
No, you're just sat in front. You're just sat in front of Asher.
Okay. Well, Asher, this has been lovely, but I need to go.
I just grab round the middle of him.
Okay.
Make an athletics check.
It's just a minute. Well, actually, no.
Make an athletics check, and after Cedric, make an athletics or acrobatics check, whichever you prefer. And if Cedric breaks out of this, that's going to be great.
Looked very poorly on me.
I mean, I'm going to pick the one I'm better at because I want to go join the hunt.
Yeah.
19.
27.
Okay.
You're coming this way.
So Cedric, what's your modifier for your athletics?
+8.
Asher, what's yours?
12.
Okay, so passive of an 18 and a 22. We're going to say for this, for the purposes of this, Cedric, you are restrained by Asher.
Okay. But the hunt's not this way. The hunt is the other way.
If you make one move off of this bloody moose, the hunt will be where exactly you are.
Oh, well, that sounds like a great thing then. If they bring the hunt to me, I will try.
I think you are the hunt, Cedric.
I will try to get
You've
off.
become the hunt.
You're going to try and throw yourself off.
I mean, I'm gonna keep trying to get off, but I've now been told that if I get off the moose, the hunt's coming to me.
Make a athletics check. Asher, make an athletics check as well.
I don't think I'll ever break out. Oh, maybe I will.
Does Asher have to make a wisdom saving throw for the fact that Cedric turned that logic around on her?
25.
Uh-oh.
Wow, that was
That was
closer
close.
than I thought.
I mean, it's up to you whether Cedric would use magic to try and get out of this. Or
No, I
Isha.
don't. Well, yeah, I did wonder this earlier. I don't think it's just a calling to go there, but like, I don't know whether it's because the simplest thing is I just turn into a mouse and get the GTFO. But no, I think it would be just be more like I've got a calling to go there. I'm just trying to be chill with it. There is some
Can we
resistance, but
speak to each other across moves?
Sorry, Tom?
Can we speak to each other across moves?
Yeah, you're not that far away from each other.
Cedric, we are
Yes.
hunting now the same thing the hunt is hunting. You
But-
are very literally part of the hunt right now
yes,
with us.
but I need to be with the other group hunting
Why can't you be with this group hunting?
because the voices in my head said that I'd be better in the other group. But that's quite
Maybe
simple,
would be
isn't
better
it?
just to knock him out for a while.
Hello.
Was it my headphones that was stopping you from getting declined?
No.
Oh.
Does your thing stop you from being charmed? Yours was more of a, it wasn't targeting you for a particular reason, it didn't make a difference to you because you had steering.
Oh!
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, you resist.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So
Nothing.
the journey continues thusly with Cedric trying to break free
Just
from
occasionally
Asher.
just squirming a bit.
Yeah. He gets further and further away from the hunt. As the Floridenses get further into it, the plant life is replaced by barren dirt and snow. You notice that the snow is slowly starting to build, and as it does so, the speed of the Floridenses reducing, and they start to tire. The leaves of their antlers start to brown and wither away, but they seem fairly intent on continuing, at least until they get to the foothills. By this point, I need all of you to make a Constitution saving throw because you have been traveling by this point for about 10 hours.
Wow, crush that one. 29.
Yep, fine.
22.
Okay,
18.
17?
okay.
Unnatural 20.
Kelletar?
I'm just watching Matt from the bed.
Yes, sir. I looked at
Okay.
it. Yeah, that's about right.
You are... Okay. You start to feel it now, Kelletar. The stress of the day and the exhaustion sort of setting in.
You put so much energy into your scar hacker.
You take 1 point of exhaustion.
Way less extreme than the last time someone got exhaustion.
Matt's getting flashbacks now. Characters dying.
But eventually, after another couple of hours of journeying and Cedric and Asher, in fact, I'll say for the purpose of this, for each hour, Cedric and Asher make contested athletics checks.
Sure.
Get wrecked.
What's it? I mean, 24.
30.
Okay, make another one.
You gotta be hot on it though, because it's
Mhm.
decent. That's like 25.
27.
Oh.
Shit, that was close.
And one more.
Oh, that's much lower. 18.
23.
I was really hoping Connor would just go, one.
They weren't high rolls. That was all propped up by modifier.
But with the resistance, and you eventually get to a point where the Ferrodens feel as if they can go no further. They are, even for them, the snow is sort of coming over their hooves, which is a good 3 or 4 feet. But they are not in a position where they want to traverse any further. This is not their terrain. And they sort of pull up, and the voice says to each of you, "This is as far as we will travel. We hope you find what you are looking for. There are the Evolver of Imbrasion. Occasionally of the material plane and the Orionid Brother.
Thank you. We will not forget your kindness.
Thank you for your assistance.
It's good for us to teach the young ones of their boundaries and look over to the younger ones, which are shivering a little bit. Young is a relative term. They are like maybe
Little Bambies, no!
Which one's Bambi's mother?
shorter than their parents, but
Do their eyes look bigger in proportion to the rest of their head?
How cute are they?
oh, they're adorable. Giant tree moose. Fucking
Heckin'
Okay,
adorable.
guys, just quick thought. We got to come back for these and like have them be part of our party. Just these need to be our mounts, our permanent mounts.
Okay, but you all are able to disembark. Cedric and Asher apart from Cedric and Asher, which is an interesting struggle of the two of them.
Just German suplex him off the top.
Okay. Both of you take.
Stone Cold said so.
What, do you get up and get 2 cans and just go?
Very rare to see Stone Cold do a German suplex, but sure.
You both take 27 points of bludgeoning damage as you whack into the snow.
One of it's on the back of your neck. Congratulations.
Yeah, the snow will handle it.
Snow reduced the impact and stopped Cedric having to make a save against neck breaking.
Shame.
Seeing that, seeing that Cedric is still struggling, Fee is going to try and cast Lesser Restoration.
I was waiting for it. That or
Why
greater.
not?
I was waiting for one of these to go up.
I don't know. It's still not working. By the way, my suggestion to follow us lasts for 8 hours. So if this ever wears off, he's definitely going to follow us after that.
Okay. You cast Lesser Restoration. It does not have an effect.
Greater Restoration.
Okay. Do you have that prepared?
Yep.
Okay. As you cast the Greater Restoration, it is. I'll double check what the effects are that it ticks off. 30 seconds is one of them.
Oh shit! Yeah, it actually says in the description one effect that charmed or petrified the target. Shit! Why didn't I just do? I wasted so many spell slots.
Yeah.
Yep.
What happened?
If you cast the spell that does actually solve this problem,
What was it?
Greater Restoration.
Okay.
It's really Greater Restoration is the panacea of pretty much of all D&D problems.
I literally just got this spell the last session we played, so I'm still getting used to it.
But you take the diamond dust and blow it in Cedric's face, and Cedric, you feel that steam in your eyes, and then your mind is clear. And now you're just hugging Asher. And your neck hurts for some reason.
Oh, hello, Asher. This is a lovely cuddle.
You see sweat. Did it work?
So,
Did it do it?
do I remember about wanting to join the hunt at all, or anything really? Or...
Yeah, you remember wanting to join the hunt?
Okay.
Cedric, how do you feel about the hunt?
Well, we're on one, aren't we?
Well, that's what we've been saying this entire time, just kind of on the back of his head. Idiot.
But...
Take another. No.
And Cedric's knocked unconscious. Still got 50 hit points, we're good. Well,
After wasting nearly 2 hours of our time, Cedric, are you ready to do this mission?
well, there's no voices in my head telling me to go join a different hunt. That's the same hunt, but with different people. So, I guess I am ready now, yes.
So we have been travelling for a long time. We should try to find somewhere to rest.
Mm-hmm.
Just before we rest, I would like to try and find some evidence of
You muted halfway through.
sorry,
Some evidence of...
some
Right.
evidence of tracks or
Okay. Make a survival check.
good at. $26.
Okay. You start patrolling around the area, and you feel this is fairly a good straight line from the watchtower, about where you saw the tracks. You look around some of the landmarks, and you feel confident of where this should be. You start to triangulate based on the position of the sun and the mountains, and you come across a set of tracks, which appear to be large, hoof-like impressions. But there does also appear to be that this is where they stopped. And you're not. They seem to be the first to impact. Or they seem to be heavier and deeper tracks than the ones which follow it.
Almost as if it sort of landed there.
Yes.
Ooh.
But there is a trail that winds off into towards the mountains.
Right, let's try and find somewhere to rest for my clothes.
Where are you looking for somewhere to rest? Or who is looking for somewhere to rest?
Presumably was kind of near the tree line.
No, the tree line has long since faded by this point.
I thought
Somewhere to rest.
Oh, hang on, sorry, there were two conversations. Sorry, Tom.
I thought these tracks were at the tree line.
No, there's a bit of a distance from the tree line. So where you've risen on from, it's been a couple of hours. You've been about half a day south of it. The mountain range itself, there's just dead soil and where it's sort of been frostbitten.
I will look for a place we can rest.
Okay.
What do your mushroom eyes see? Do you see somewhere we could rest? Sheltered we could rest?
Make a. I'll say this is survival. So we're looking
Sure.
for a good place to set up camp for the night.
26.
Okay. Looking around, you can see that there is a cave which has been carved out of the mountainside that would provide a form of shelter. It looks like it's fairly shallow, so you can see the back of it in the perpetual twilight of the Fey Wilde.
That looks like a good place for us to hold up the night.
I concur. Let's go.
Okay. You set up, and you are able to set up camp. Are you keeping watches?
Yes, very much so.
I will be putting up the dome.
Okay. That's the tiny hut. Are you disguising it anyway, or is it just the translucent hut?
Making it kind of look a bit like the inside of the cave as best
Okay.
as possible.
Okay, so sort of dark slate grey kind of colour. But the dome is cast.
Well, I'd like to rest first, and then I'll take the third and fourth watches.
Okay.
I'll do the first watch,
All right.
unless anyone else wants to join
Oh.
in.
I'll take the second.
All right. During the
I'll
night.
do one of them if I need it. But
Seeing as I'm not needed for a watch, can I spend my spare 4 hours working on my new bolt launcher thingy? I know I don't have a proper forge thing here, but you said
You can,
last
work
time.
on, you can work on the designs. You can't work on the actual construction.
Yeah, so I don't get as much progress, but I'm at least putting some work into it.
Yeah, you can work on the design. So make an intelligence check for me with. Yeah.
Ooh, hello. Hello indeed. 19.
You start finalising the designs and you start reading some of the notes that you have made on the conductive properties of the materials that you have and how these are going to best interact so that you can then use them for their intended purpose. You make some good progress. You feel comfortable that once you get back into your tools, it shouldn't take too much time for you to build the final thing, but still could take a while. Okay. Cedric, during the watch, not a lot happens. You see some interesting multicolored birds flying outside of the mountain ranges, sweeping around, coming down onto your eye line and then swooping back up again. But nothing too dramatic to report. Foundling, similar for you, there is nothing that draws your eye. And when Lyra comes to take her watch, there is no real difference. Apart from, make a perception check, Lyra. I didn't hear the number.
Sorry, 14.
14, okay. In the sort of far distance, down towards where you have come from, or towards where the hunt was, you see a sort of kick-up of dust. And it suggests that there is possibly a party that is heading towards you.
At some distance?
They are at some distance, but the fact that you are able to see the dust at this distance means that they could be here. This is sort of coming towards the end of your watch anyway, so maybe half an hour or so before the end of the resting period. But it is closing.
Wake quite promptly when I feel they finish their rest.
Okay, so everyone has had a long rest. Now, a question for each of you, because as the dome fades away, it is cold here. So do you have winter wear with you? Or are resistant to cold damaging
I feel
anything?
like we got winter wear before when we went somewhere, didn't we?
We got winter wear when we went through Yorvik.
Okay. If you still have that then you can don it and
I'm immune to cold.
you're immune to cold damage, you don't care.
I'm immune to cold and resistant to it.
You're super fine with cold. Okay. With some of the stuff that you would have in the bags, I would think you'd be able to fashion together something for Lyra. In fact, actually, you probably have Kafina's old outfit, because that was designed for a halfling rather than an elf. Which would mean, Kafina, you do not have any...
I bought 2 sets of clothes, or Lyra bought me 2 sets of clothing, so if it's alright, I'll just wear both of those at the same time.
They are not adequate for winter protection.
It's like wearing 2 t-shirts, I'm guessing. It's not really going
Yeah.
to stop the trekking through the Arctic.
Well, one of them was meant to be quite nice, so I thought it might have a nice thick, like, coat or blazer or vest or something to go with it.
Not in the equator summer fashion that you have purchased it from.
Yeah, I'm possibly just going to freeze my tits off then. I don't know if there's another solution to this. Quick, someone find a bear to skin, quickly.
Does anyone have,
Inside this tauntaun.
I mean, does anyone have the regenerate spell if you're going to start freezing bits of your body off?
Okay. So we'll bear that in mind going forward. So as you return to the tracks and you start to follow them, there has been some snow movements, possibly for avalanches or just general wind has started to cover the tracks a little bit, so it's a little bit harder to follow them. So Lyra, make a survival check.
Can I help Lyra by summoning my winter wolves? They have advantage on finding tracks.
Do they? Specific ability for winter wolves.
Where is it? Wolf has advantage on wisdom perception checks, relying on hearing and smell. I thought it was.
This is for tracking, so potentially they could help, but
I'll save it then if it's not. I thought I had something about tracking on it.
Can someone who is proficient at survival just help me look for the tracks?
someone can help you look for it. You can ask someone else to assist you, or they can do it, and you can assist them.
I will aid.
Okay, thank you, Cancer. I will roll with advantage.
Yep.
Both were 19s for a 29.
Yeah, okay.
Nice.
Easy enough for you to find the tracks, and you come across them fairly easily. And you start leading the party on the trek through there. Thankfully, because of your ranger senses, despite the depth of the snow, this does not cause any hindrance to your progression whatsoever. However, it is fucking cold for Kafina. So, Kafina, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
$20.
Okay. The cold is nipping at you, and you are keeping yourself as warm as you can. But thanks to the snow sort of being cleared before you, it is preventing from soaking into your clothing and causing too much problem.
Quick question. If I say gained resistance to cold, would this not be an issue? Would I know that off the top of my head?
You probably would. You would know that has worked in the past because you've done it.
All right, well, seeing as I pulled it off this time, I'll go ahead and cast Protection from Energy on myself.
Okay.
And pick cold, obviously. The Arcana check is a 21, so that passes.
Okay, you are resistant to cold for the next hour.
Cool.
All right. So as the first hour's traverses, make another survival check.
Do I still have help?
Yes.
Your thumbs up. Thank you. 24.
Okay. You'll find it easier to locate these tracks as you sort of walk through. You sort of find it following through a valley. You see that there are some scrape marks where presumably the antlers are caught against some of the stone in this valley, which gives a good indication of the direction. It's not a wide passageway, but it's wide enough for a creature with that sort of wingspan's probably the wrong word, but that's the best. Sorry, yeah, right. That's the word. That it's able to get through, but obviously with a few occasional knocks and things, and that's making it a little bit easier for you to follow behind. At the end of this, the spell wears off.
I will attempt to recast it.
Okay.
Ooh, hang on.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 13, but I've still got my D10 for when I fuck stuff up, so...
Yeah, if you fireball yourself, you'll be really warm.
I know. It is a 3rd level spell, so that is a possibility. Yeah, that's fine. I rolled an 8 on the 10, so that's going to be 21 in total, yeah.
Okay. All right. So you recast the spell, reprotect yourself. Cool. Mark off the spell slots. As you're sort of coming out of the valley, you can see it now sort of span outwards. There's a passageway that sort of leads down to the right, and one that leads upwards, sort of following the mountain. So make another survival check, please.
26.
26. Okay. The issue does not seem to be too problematic. You are still able to follow the tracks, and they follow around, going further upwards. And it is getting colder, and the visibility is getting a little bit more. It's sort of reducing a little bit. Whether that is just because of the angle of the sun that is just catching it in your now, starting to get darkness coming across you as you go around the backside of the mountain from the distance you're walking. But you are content, and you start to starting to feel a bit hungry. You've been tracking for a good distance, walking through the snow, and it has been time-consuming, but you are able to get through. You can see that there are some caves higher up, which, Cedric, with your passive perception, you see something in them just sort of flicker and disappear back.
I will relay this to the rest of the party.
Okay.
Is that the direction the track seems to be leading?
No, they are a little bit higher up and off to the side. So you're sort of going, curve arounds. They are a bit further up and over to the side, maybe 30 feet higher.
Ambush water.
Lyra, you were muttering to yourself, then do you have something on your mind?
Sorry, I just said I thought we should be wary of being ambushed from that direction.
Okay.
Can I get a marching order, please? Lyra, I would assume that you're at the front because of what's going on, and Kalatar would have to be behind you to be able to assist.
I will go third then, because I'm keeping an eye out.
I'll go at the back.
I'll go fourth then behind Cedric.
I'll go just ahead of Asher, so second last.
Okay.
What is the difference in height of depths of snow and Leela?
It's not so bad actually. There are quite a few high snowdrifts, but because of Lirale's expert tracking ability and traversing of the natural terrain, the walking is sort of finding compact areas of snow, so that the drifts, you're avoiding the softer bits which would sink through and Leela would then would be problematic.
So
you get the sense that if Leela found some soft snow, this would be a problem.
I was just saying, so we're not walking along and having to keep tabs on Leela just in case she's just gone.
Cheers.
Just dig around.
Have you watched The Vicar of Dibley when she's jumping in the puddle?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So as you're making your way through, are you continuing at a normal pace or are you proceeding stealthily?
Good question.
Leader.
It's Lyra's hunt.
Yeah. What face is Lyra setting?
Now, of course, if I was on my own, this would be easy because I can move stealthily at a normal speed. But I'm lumbered with all of you people, so.
At least you don't have to crash.
Definitely
So, you know.
not offended at that comment.
That's
I
fair enough.
resemble that remark.
I think at least while we're passing these caves, maybe we ought to try and be a little more stealthy.
Okay.
And in fact, I will throw up pass without trace as we do so.
Yeah, that would cover the rest of the party. So everyone make a stealth check and add 10. Asher, are you wearing your armor?
Yeah,
Disadvantage.
yeah, I know. Got the big D next to my thing. Don't you worry.
Stealth check. Stealth check plus 10. Asher.
9.
Lyra?
41.
Bye.
Kalatar.
24.
Kafina?
15.
Cedric?
25.
Foundling?
Unnatural 20.
And Leela. Okay. So, whilst at the front, Lyra has never been seen before or since in the entirety of her existence.
I know she's there, but I can't see or feel her.
Asher is flanking around at the back whilst Kafina is drumming two pieces of metal together. Equivalently.
I'd prefer to be whistling, actually.
Oh, okay.
Kafina's got the I'm going on a hunt.
The hunt song in her head.
It was very catchy.
Okay.
Let's
Um,
go on the hunt. The hunt is over.
As you're scurrying or sort of making your way through the snow, and Lyra face palming at the creatures that she has been lumbered with.
But we can't see it
Slowly,
because she.
very quietly.
Yeah. It's a
I like the idea that we all start walking in the wrong direction because we're following Lyra and we don't know where she's gone.
it's just
Lyra-
kind of
Lyra
following
tries
plots
to face palm, but she's so stealthy she can't even find her own face.
up. But as you're going through this, there's something that is making you uneasy, Lyra. And you as well, Cedric, with your massive perception that you have. At which point, from underneath the snow, in front of the passageway, and one behind, two large creatures, some would say huge, with multiple legs running along their long serpentine bodies and a dragonic mouth, rear up and roar in your face. This static crackle in their mouths, and that's we're going to take a break. We will come back in 15 minutes and we'll see where this will take us. See you in a little bit. Episode 100.
Ah.
And we are back. So everyone, roll initiative against these many-armed creatures.
Many arms, right?
Many arms, legs, limbs.
Oh, limbs creatures.
Okay.
You get found. You can have them and Foundling have an arm off.
I haven't got my arms out at the minute, so
Just realised I've got the mini upside down.
I don't think anyone can tell from this angle.
Not really. So for the purposes of this one, this way towards me is up, is uphill, and then obviously the other way down.
My God.
Yep.
There.
Just tiny little ones. That's not on the screen. Oh yeah, no, you're fine. That other one's not on.
And there's
Oh,
no
yeah,
like
down.
cliff edges, correct? Like
They're not cliff edges. They are somewhat steep slopes, but you've got no idea how they'll work under pressure because no. 25 to 20 or above.
24.
24.
21.
And Foundling has better dexterity than Lyra, so Foundling goes first.
Okay.
Lyra's not
15.
going first.
18.
Yeah, you're backing up that natural 1 for the Celtic with a natural 20 year old. That's
Oh, I got 17. I have a +1.
yeah, 20 to 15 to 10. And 5?
oh, sorry, I got 13.
Luckily, I'm not writing it down. There's just a sheet of paper that I move around on top of my screen. Leela, how far down the? How far should I put you down on the screen?
4.
Up there. Okay. This is a surprise round, except for Lyra and Cedric, because Lyra can't be surprised. Cedric, you have a high enough passive perception you heard them coming. So Lyra, you're
Lyra
first.
still gets to go first.
Yeah, Lyra, you're here.
Luke just had to do that just to make Lyra go first because everything would be wrong otherwise.
Whatever do you mean?
Okay, I will draw my sword. Bonus action, I will cast Hunter's Mark through the goggles.
Okay.
On number 1, yes, and then I will spring forward and make 2 attacks.
Go for it. Make your attack rolls.
And do I have advantage because it hasn't acted yet?
You do.
Cool.
No. On the path, no. Anywhere else, yes.
I'm taking a picture of this.
Are they double crits?
No, it's a 19 and a 20.
Nice.
Space Hunters marked it, so isn't that a crit and a crit?
A crit, a crit, yeah.
Yeah. Does the 20 kill it?
Tom sending the photos just to prove it, because you keep getting natural 20s on the first round of initiative.
I'm assuming this thing is too big to just behead.
Yeah, it's a huge monstrosity, so yes, it's too big to behead. Yeah. There are numbers on there, but it could be a 2. It's a 74.
And a rhombus.
So what I'm actually doing is 8d8 and 1d6 damage.
2d6.
Sorry?
2d6, because Hunter's Mark is doubled.
It is.
So the weapon damage and the Hunter's Mark are double, but the bonus damage from the deathing doesn't.
Deafen.
Technical term.
Technically done.
Technical term when you try and kill things by deathing them. So here,
You get some extra damage because it's a monstrosity?
I believe it's +4.
Yeah.
I'd love it if Lyra just walks up to it and it just exploded. Well, I suppose we'll just all carry on walking along this path then.
52 damage
Okay.
on the first attack.
So as you come up with the first strike, you mark it with the goggles, sort of getting the targeting in range. You draw the sword. Just imagine this is whilst drawing the sword. It just comes in and just poof, cuts a large chunk out of its throat.
And then I will sort of teleport to the side of it, so I'm attacking from a different side, and attack again.
Okay.
That is a 30 to hit. It's an 18 on the dice.
Yeah, that'll hit. You have the high ground.
Don't underestimate her power.
No.
For 19 damage.
Okay. It is understandably displeased with this situation.
That's fair enough.
All right. That will end your turn, yes?
Yes.
Okay. That will bring us to the others. The one that you attacked is pissed and is going to make a constrict against you. Try and wrap its serpentine body around you, Lyra. And no, this is not a metallic weapon.
I figured.
That is a 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take 19 points of bludgeoning damage and 25 points of slashing damage. So
Bludgeoning and slashing, sure. 44.
44 points of damage in total. Please make a con save to maintain Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
Nope, Hunter's Mark is gone.
What was that noise?
You are now grappled and restrained by it.
That's a shame.
The physical constriction of its body wraps around you. You feel its scale rubbing right against your arms and slicing to pieces. The other one is going to move up to Asher because it chooses its wise life decisions and is going to lean back and exhale a line of lightning. I need everyone, apart from Lyra, to make a dexterity saving throw.
Whoever's next to me and one more gets the +5.
So that is Kafina and Neela.
Do I not make this throw because I'm out of range, or because I automatically fail?
You're out of range.
Cool.
Sorry, what am I doing?
Dex save. Leela and Kafina, you add a 5 to your save.
I presume this is not a spell or a magical effect.
No, this is just lightning in your face.
Okay.
I love how it's not clear. Is it a spell or a magical effect? No, you just get hit in the face with lightning. It happens all the time.
Yeah, of course it does.
Happens to the best of us.
Common occurrence. Walking down the street, lightning to the face.
Okay, Asher.
10.
Okay, you
Wow.
take 69 points of lightning damage.
Nice.
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 Ow.
Kafina,
17?
you take half that damage. You take 35 points of lightning damage.
Thank goodness.
Leela,
Hold on. Oh no, I need to do the border roll. Do I?
what are you doing?
Flash of Genius. Oh no, I can use my reaction to add 5.
Yes.
So I'm going to do that.
So you get a 10 to your dex save.
Hold on. Don't confuse me. 18.
Okay, you take 35 points of lightning damage.
Can it make a wisdom saving throw?
Hold on.
My energy is full, but if I get more than 10 points of lightning damage, I get an extra energy.
Isn't that as a reaction?
No, I think it's just part of my gadget. Hold on.
Just double check.
It just says whenever you suffer at least 10 points. Oh yeah, crimson action.
There you go. You also have full energy anyway.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you let me go up one.
You-
No, that's fine.
Foundling.
21.
No damage. Cedric. 35 points of lightning damage. Kelita.
14?
69 points of lightning damage.
Oh my gosh, I'm glad I used that.
I would like to use Absorb Elements.
35 points of lightning damage. What are you doing actually? You want to do a thing?
Yeah, can it make a wisdom saving throw?
Can it make a wisdom saving throw?
Rare.
Throw.
Uh,
Throw.
is it just whenever it damages you with an attack? But wait, is this to rebuke the violence?
It is, yeah.
When it damages you with an attack, this is not an attack.
Felt like an attack.
I feel attacked, so
It's just a greeting. It's not an attack.
Give you
Just said hello.
Unfortunately, it's not an attack.
Is that legitimate?
What this is, Connor, is it's,
argument. I'm just checking.
you can argue all you like, but what it is, Connor,
I said I'm not arguing.
there's lightning in your face.
I forgot I could turn partly out of phase or something and could have taken half of the damage from that last attack.
Oh well. So no, it won't make a wisdom saving throw because it's lightning in your face, not an attack.
Of course, no. I'm going to stab it later, but it's not going to be an attack. I'm going to aggressively cuddle it.
You
They're
can
great.
certainly try.
There are going to be some aggressive negotiations.
Yes.
Cedric. Okay, you push Kellis out of the way. There's just enough space for you to pass. If you push. Okay.
Called
Spiritual weapon? There you go. Okay. Here's your go-to. That'll do it. Yeah, wisdom modifier. Okay. The giant mushroom pops into existence and pops it on the back of the head. All right, that ends the surprise round, brings us to the top of the round. Foundling.
Yeah.
So there's enough space for you to pass, but you wouldn't be able to stand on the slope on the path without having to without falling off.
But with my monk movement abilities, I could sort of run around on it as long as I ended up on level ground.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Okay.
So you can get round to the other side of it.
Yeah, I'm going to go for thing number 1
Okay.
and basically end up sharing the space with the spiritual weapon.
Yep, you can get there. You go.
And let's give it a couple of tonfas.
Go for it.
First attack.
Okay.
26 to hit.
That'll hit. I've also just realised I forgot to do the second attack that the bear has, but never mind. On Lyra.
There he is.
14 damage.
Okay.
Then second attack. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit.
For a further 14 damage.
Okay.
Then I will flurry of blows it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, does an 18 hit?
It does.
Okay, so that's 9 bludgeoning. And can it make a dex save or be knocked prone?
That is a 11.
It's knocked prone.
Okay, it's still grappling Lyra, so I'm just going to put Lyra on her side for the moment.
Then I get to clobber it again with advantage.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I only managed to get a 16 on that one.
16 just hits.
Oh, cool.
Oh, no, sorry, that's the wrong number I'm looking at. No, misses. 17 to 18.
I hit it so hard it dropped too fast and caught me off balance.
Yeah, exactly. Bang! What the?
Whoop. Oh, it fell over.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done.
All right, Lyra.
Okay. Bonus action, I will activate Planar Warrior,
Okay. Good boy.
and then I will teleport out of its grasp to attack it.
Okay.
So first attack is a natural 1.
Okay.
Do you have advantage for it being prone?
That's true, yes.
In which case, first attack is a 23.
Yeah, I'll hit.
Twenty-three points of force damage.
Okay.
And second attack is a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
For 16 points of damage.
Okay, this one is looking very, very hurt.
Good.
All right. Is that the end of your turn? End of your turn? Yes?
Yeah.
Kelatar.
I would like to fire 3 Eldritch Blasts at the one that's not nearest me, at number 2.
At number 2? Okay, go for it. Make attack rolls.
Okay, that one won't hit.
Nope.
An 18 and a 19.
Both hit.
Ooh. And then that's- Ooh. 27 points of damage.
No. Jesus Christ, what did you roll?
A 10 and a 7.
Nice.
And pretty weird having this on the iPad now. Actually, oh no. Sorry. What's the radius on that? 60 feet. 10, 15, 20, 30. I will cast Mass Healing Word, centered on myself.
Okay, so you hit 5 creatures?
6. Up to 6.
Okay, so you can get everyone apart from Foundling.
But Foundling took no damage.
Yeah.
The advantage of learning Kung Fu fighting is that it enables you to move fast as lightning, so you don't get hit by it.
It's because
So
of expert timing.
Yeah.
everybody gets 8 points of healing.
Alrighty.
And that is my turn.
Alrighty. His turn. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, Behir number 1 is not pleased with Lirelai for hurting it. So is going to constrict again. Which is a 28 to hit.
Yep.
17 plus 6, 23 points of bludgeoning. And 17 of slashing. 40 total.
40. I will Planar Warrior and reduce it down to 20.
Okay. It will then make its second bite attack against you, because I forgot to do it last time. With advantage because you are restrained. That is a natural 20. I think, Ross, It might be within 30 feet. It might be. Yeah, it might be. I think you there and the creature there might be within the. But each square, unfortunately, each
Then you
square
have
is
a sextant
200 feet, so you're out of range.
So,
Yeah. I know, right? Weird. Gotcha. Okay, so that is 28 points of piercing damage.
And
And you've been bitten by a bear.
I was expecting lightning damage as well.
No, it doesn't have lightning damage. The lightning damage is coming now because it got its breath weapon back. So I need for Kafina, Asher, Leela, and Kelatar to make a dex save.
Yeah.
Can you not just wait until I've done what I want to do first?
Well, no, because you rolled a 4 for initiative, and these guys got more than that.
Ah!
Oh boy, that's
Do we get
a number.
any more pluses?
Yeah, you and Kafina both get +5 because of Asher.
I got a 17.
17.
So do I.
17 success. So that's Kafina
26.
success. Kelatar.
21, and can it make a dex save?
Yes. So you all succeed. You take. I'll do that in a second. You take 37 points of lightning damage.
Can I absorb elements for a reaction?
Is it prepared for you?
No, I'll have to Arcana check.
Then you can make an Arcana check and see.
Yeah, 15 plus 11, so easy.
Dex save was an 18. Okay.
Ooh, okay, so it's going to take half of this damage.
Actually, no, sorry, not 18. I rolled 19 on the dice. That was at 18. 22.
Okay, well, it's still going to take half damage.
What's this for?
This is Dragon's Rebuke.
Ah.
So
It's not an attack.
I have been damaged.
Emotionally.
You point your finger, and the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by a noxious green black acid. It takes 4 points of acid damage.
Oh no.
I know, right?
Can I do? I'm going to absorb elements.
Okay, so for you and Kafina, that's reduced down to probably 38 down to
19.
19. Yeah, 90 points of lightning damage to Kafina and Leela. Yeah. Yep, and there's a creature within 60 feet of you. The one that was still in the caves, however, is going to come scurrying down and nom on family.
Hello.
So constriction, first of all, is a 22 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
All right. 23 points of bludgeoning damage and 13 of slashing, so 36 total.
Mm-hmm.
And then the bite is a 26 to hit.
Yep.
For 24 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
That is the end of the Behir's turn. Brings us to Asher.
Sorry, just to check, I'm grappled and restrained, yeah?
You are grappled and restrained by this Behir,
Got it.
which is actually going to move further this way back into the cave. That's far.
Right. That's it. I thought this was going to be a mini encounter. Apparently fucking not. I have lost over half my HP and this is my first goddamn turn. I would like to beat the ever-living shit out of this thing.
You can certainly try.
Right. Does a 26 hit?
Yes.
Right, now I have to roll a d10. And it's just a 1 I miss, isn't it?
Yeah, if anything other than a 1, you're fine.
I hit.
Yeah, it's 10% chance that you will miss your attack completely. Just depth perception.
So all through. And then level 1 smite.
Level 1, okay.
23 damage.
Okay. This is not a fiend or an undead.
And this time, because I forgot the first time, will be two-handed Great Weapon Master Strike.
Okay.
Which is a 29.
Is that with the -5?
No, so it'd be 24.
Yeah, that hits.
And I got an 8 on that, so that's fine. Right, so now we actually hit it. And this one can have a level 4. Fuck it.
So a level 1 and then level 4. Sure, that makes sense.
Just to me.
I mean, yeah. You want to you use your level 1 to make sure it's not resistant to anything, and then you use your level 4 to just make it go away.
Exactly. 56 points.
How much?
56.
Tis but a scratch.
Yeah, for me, mate.
Okay. Anything else?
Any of these bonus? Have I got a potion? I feel like I need one.
Words that Connor has not said for years.
Yeah, I'm going to drink a superior healing potion, 84 plus 8.
Yes.
I've got shitloads of them, so.
What, superiors or D4?
Superior. Yeah, also both.
Okay, that's your action bonus. Let me know what you healed. Kathina.
Yeah.
24. So
24.
the team's newest tank is going to enter the fight. I'm going to quicken aspect of the dragon. Because yay. And then I'm going to circle around number 2 and triple
What
melee.
are you turning into?
Oh, sorry. It's basically my best option, the young green dragon.
Okay. I'll use green base then. And you're going to fly around here, yes?
Yeah. Basically want to get out of the way of that lightning breath.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I get to do 3 attacks, a bite and 2 claws.
You do.
Yeah. Right. So the bite is a not good. 11.
Misses.
Dang it. Much better. 18.
Hits.
Shall I roll for the next one at -12?
Might as well.
Might as well.
So you've missed with the bites. These are the 2 claws.
Yeah, and I got an 18 plus 7, so that'll hit.
That hits.
So, and yeah, this only does slashing damage, so 4d6 plus 8. 11, 14, 22 slashing damage.
Ooh, nice. So that's probably the first time you've seen Kathina cast the spell.
The arena, I cast it in the arena.
Oh yeah, that's true. You just got the spell very quickly for some reason. You watch Kathina grows these green wings and flaps around, rushing around the outside of you, Ash. You feel the wind behind you as you finish chugging your potion. You see green moving past you. Go, fuck! Oh, it's big.
I love them.
Oh, actually, no, it's on your left side, so you wouldn't see it. It doesn't even survive grip rolls.
You do notice it's attacking the thing that's attacking you, so probably good.
You kind of noticed that. Okay, good to know. That ends your turn. Bring it to Cedric. She is. Great. You can. Yeah. Okay. So we're going down the slope. There. There. Okay. Okay, make your attack roll. Okay, 29 hits. That is all your movement, by the way, Cedric, because that is, you just know that you have walked through. Okay, 11 force damage. So as the mushroom comes and you've now created this sort of mushroom-like lubricant around Lyra there to stop her from sticking to things, the mushroom bops the Bahir on the back of the head and knocks it unconscious, so it just uncurls and starts sliding down the hill. So, yeah. Which Lyra doesn't have a problem with anyway. But never mind. Leela!
Why is it when it always comes to my turn, I have to change one?
Because that's life.
So does the snow look like it's eating if I stand on it?
Potentially.
Yes, I'm going to go with that. Yes. If I cast haste on myself now, does it give me a spirit action?
Yeah, if you're using the bonus action of your thing. Yes.
Yeah. So I will cast haste on myself.
So this is using your overdrive trigger?
Yep.
Okay. So as you watch as Leela sort of reaches into one of her various coat pockets, finds something and just sort of winds it a little bit, sticks it onto the side, and then just suddenly, even by Leela's standards,
Yeah. Great.
she speeds up.
I love how you started speaking so high and quickly that the microphone faded out.
Probably for the best. This is the content that you watch. Someone.
Connor.
I checked before. No one watches our videos.
Oh.
I don't know. You get some views.
And I'd like to think in 10 years' time, some of these younguns are gonna pick up D&D and they'll search on the YouTube, and it will blow up, and Ross will be there with his son teaching him how to ride a bike, and it'll be like, "Hey, you're that guy," and we won't know. We won't know what they're on about.
I think you can teach kids how to ride a bike when they're a bit younger than 10, surely.
Connor, I think you're showing your age there, calling it the YouTube.
On the Google.
On the interwebs.
Old man Hewitt is internet D&D sensation.
Coming.
Okay, so you have haste on yourself. You are now hated.
I will cast Scorching Ray level 2 on. Are these two the ones that look fairly? They're still kind of going strong.
Number 3 is untouched. Number 2 is.
Well, I can't do them to Asher right behind me, isn't she?
I mean, you can shoot. It's a big creature. You can shoot a.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Okay.
I mean, you can shoot Asher if you want to, but.
Who's the one that's been hurting us? Is he gone?
No, that's number 2.
Normally means it could eat someone if it did.
Sorry, Connor.
Huge normally means it could eat someone if it wanted.
True. So yeah, I will do Scorching Ray number 2 because he's been lightning bolt in our asses. 22 to hit.
Hits. Roll all 3.
Huh?
Scorching Ray's 3 rays, remember.
Oh yeah. Natural 20.
Uh-oh.
14.
Misses.
Okay.
Yeah, but one's a crit, so you hit with all 3 effectively.
Yeah. So 3. This is 6 points. That's the first one. 5. 6 again. 12.
8, 5 and 6, 11.
No, it was 1.
Oh.
So 6 is close.
Oh,
Add
right.
6 is
I
12.
understand.
Add 1 is 13. Add another 6 is
19.
19.
Okay.
19 points of fire down.
Yep. This scares the shit out of you, Asher, as they come flying around from your offside. If you're not used to things burning up that side, and if they are, they're usually from Kafina, and Kafina's in front of you.
Yeah. In all fairness, I do in my head think fucking Kafina.
They're coming from low down and coming up, so yeah, you're kind of like, yeah, that's Kafina. And then you remember, oh wait, Kafina's a dragon and over there. So that's your first action.
I didn't see a turn.
You can be a weapon, yes.
Yes, it has to be.
You can hide, run.
Well,
You can hide in snow. You can do what those foxes do that are hunting. Just
delay. No, I'll shoot it.
okay. Go for it. Make an attack roll.
18
Hits.
and 9 points of hits.
I don't think you were going to stop there. 9 points of piss.
No!
That's all. 9 points of piss.
9 points of piercing damage.
9 points of pissing now.
Shut up! Piercing!
That's your action, hasted action, bonus action, yes? Family. Oh, you can move if you want to. Where do you want to go?
No. Like, I put a toe in the snow. Just see if they go for it.
It feels soft.
I'm gonna, I'll stay where I am. Might move just one square away from number 2.
Foundling, you are grappled and restrained. You are disadvantaged to attacks.
Yep, but I'm going to try to attack it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow I suspect a 16 might not quite do the job.
16 misses. You hit the scale and you can't quite get past them.
How about a 17?
17 just hits.
Okay. So that's 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a stunning strike, big 3 extra key into it. So
that puts your DC at
DC up to 19.
20, unnatural.
Son of a bitch.
Sorry.
Okay. Sod it, I hit it. So flurry of blows.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to miss with a 13.
It does.
Oh, but that's better. That's an 18.
Hits. If anyone has a copy of the Monster Manual, I'd recommend looking up after the fight, the Behir, because there's a lovely little note in there from a Behir confronting adventurers at some point. It's got a nice little...
I know loads about Behirs. They're fantastic little creatures.
So that's 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I'm going to do the same again. I'm going to pump 3 key into a stunning strike on that.
Got 19.
19. Okay, it makes it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Alrighty.
This is going to go poorly for me.
Lirala.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna chase number 3 up the hill.
Okay.
I will cast Hunter's Mark on it through an actual spell this time.
Uh-huh.
And 2 attacks, I guess.
Go for it.
So first attack is a 26 to hit.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yup.
That's 30 force damage.
Okay. Cutting into it.
Second attack
Mm-hmm.
is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
$21 damage.
Jesus Christ, from a D8 and a D6.
I rolled a 2, so 8, but my bonus against is plus 13.
Okay. Anything else? Are you done?
I think that's probably enough.
Okay, Keltar.
I'm going to send 3 more Eldritch Blasts into number 2.
Go for it, make your attack rolls.
A 14, a 19, and a crit.
19 crit hit.
Yeah. Better. 27 again.
Okay. So another 300 plus impact into it. Anything else?
As a bonus action, I am going to. I will inspire. I'll inspire Asher.
Okay.
Because I can see that the toll that has been taken upon her is clearly enraging.
Okay. Actually, you're inspired with a D10? Or is it D12?
Yes.
Okay.
D10.
Alrighty.
I will also take a few steps away from the thing.
Okay. How far?
I will go 15 feet.
Okay.
That is me.
Alrighty. That brings us to the Behir's turn. That one gets its breath weapon back.
Right.
Huh?
Right.
However, unbeknownst to you, and this is probably something that Lyra thinks of as just a sort of a passing thought, it's like, oh yes, Behir hates dragons. As it turns to Kafina. Kafina, make a dexterity saving throw.
What the heck?
Yeah, that's like deep. That's deep lore. They do.
Yeah. Just checking because it doesn't exactly specify in the spell. Which stats am I using now? I'm using the dragon stats, right?
You're using the dragon's physical stats. You're using your mental stats, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so. I thought because same as polymorph basically. So.
No, beast shape. Polymorph takes away your mental stats.
Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. So you said it was a dex, was it?
I did.
That's not good. That's an 8.
You take 84 points of lightning damage.
Cool, that happened.
How many hit points does the young dragon have?
136.
Okay, I'm going to assume you haven't maintained concentration of DC 42.
Yeah. Well, at least it saved me from that attack because that would have knocked me out. Like this spell is basically a heal for me. That's what I use it for.
Yeah. You fall and land prone in the snow.
Oh, okay. I wasn't trying to be airborne before. I mean, I flew
It was the only way you could be in that position. You had to be somewhat airborne. It doesn't cause any damage, but you are now prone in the snow. You've also now landed on some deep snow, so you've just sunk in and gone,
fair enough.
Because let's be honest, when you've just been hit with that much damage, you're not really paying attention to what's going on.
Yeah. The point is, I'm not dead.
That is a significant point. Now, the other one. Yeah. Kalatar, Lyra, Cedric, and Foundling make a dex save.
Okay.
I think
back to a line.
Yeah.
I think I get advantage because
You do. It's a monstrosity. It's a favored enemy, so you have advantage.
Oh, that's okay then.
I get disadvantage.
Actually, you're restrained.
Yeah, I have disadvantage.
A disadvantage with dex saves. A 7, okay. Kalatar?
22.
Okay.
And I will absorb elements.
Okay, Lyra?
26, and I will absorb elements.
Okay, Foundling?
20. I'm just going to get out of the way.
Yeah, so Foundling, you just sort of manage to wiggle out and sort of take a fold of its coils and just use that to deflect the electricity because it's immune to it. Cedric, you took full damage, yes? You take 79 points of lightning damage.
Ooh.
You do. So, Kalatar and Lyra, you both take 20.
Wait.
Lyra, make a con save on Hunter's Mark.
It's good, 18.
Yeah, you're fine. Easy 10. Easy enough for you. That will end the Behir's turns. Asher, This one just killed Kafina.
Whack, 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 whack.
Okay.
It just killed Kafina.
Why is it a duck now? It's going quack, 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 quack.
Whack, 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 whack.
Asher's
Always
battle
fear.
cry.
22 to hit.
Hits.
Didn't know she was a duck totem.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, Matt, I shouldn't have joined that Discworld memes group.
Oh yeah.
Thing on it is about what duck and pictures of ducks.
Oh wow.
29 points of damage.
Okay.
Did
As
you make
you-
an Did you make an
Hang on,
attack roll, Asher?
hang on, what were you doing with that one, Connor?
I just added a level 1 smite. I
Okay.
didn't two-handed a great weapon because I forgot to say it. But this time,
It is two-handed because it's a great sword, so
yeah, I know, but I have to. It's part of the speech. Does a 20 hit?
I mean it's dead, so
Or does a 20 hit? I didn't ask if it was alive.
your second attack hits it.
Yeah.
I mean, you
And-
probably have advantage because if it's dead, it should have fallen prone.
That's true. You have advantage.
Surprised. Just 40 points of damage.
Okay, you sever several of its limbs.
Good. Good. And with my movement, I will go looking for the little snowdrop that should be in the snow somewhere.
You get there with your movement. All
Just-
right.
Just see if she's all right.
Yeah, that ends your turn. Kafina. It's cold in here.
That thing just dropped dead in front of me, right?
You don't know. You're hidden in snow.
Okay, well, I guess I will use half my movement to get up and survey what the frick is going on.
You get up. You look around. There's Asher with sort of blood on her blade, and you're fine on her face.
Oh no!
Am I still right next to something that is threatening, or can I tell it's dead now?
Oh no, it's very dead. It has been massacred. It's been chopped to pieces.
All right, good. Quick check. When we want to grab a potion from the bag, does that end up
Take it out.
using... Sorry?
Action to take it out of the bag of holding.
Yeah, so I'd have to use my action and my bonus to be able to consume it, basically. Yeah, screw that. I'm going to quicken investiture of the wind, get myself a little off the ground and try and make sure I'm not in any kind of like line sort of area, but also close enough to the range of Tits McGee near the cave.
What?
the monster spider. Yeah, Tits McGee. Right. Yeah, I want to get within 60 feet of it. I do have a 60-foot fly now, so
So you've got
I could move 30 feet, I guess.
Get there with your
Cool.
full movement.
Cool. And yeah, and then my action is going to be, I think it's a Constitution saving throw from it.
Did you quicken investiture? I didn't.
Yeah, sorry, I thought I said that. Sorry.
Okay, I just didn't hear it. Fine. Con save, yes.
Yep, con save.
Is it a single target? It was an area of effect.
Area of effect 15 feet. Can I try and not hit my ally grappled, or is that not a thing?
No, there's no chance you can hit that. So if the 15-foot radius, you're going to hit. I mean, you can position it to not hit Lyra, but it will definitely hit Foundling.
Maybe I'll just.
hit on something, Jared.
Sorry.
Roll to hit on something. Trust your dice rolls.
I mean, this is a con save, so it's different. Can I just hold my action until Foundling wiggles his way out?
It's a bit tricky. It's concentration with a spell effect, so.
I mean, the spell's already up. The action is.
Yes, but the spell is a concentration spell. You're then focusing on when to release the ability of a spell, so you're then technically concentrating on a spell and it would drop.
Right. No, I guess I'll just wait then, like normal. Here, I thought I was being clever. Yeah, but yeah, no. Rules as written, I shouldn't be able to do it. So yeah, that's fine. It yeah, you shouldn't be able to. It's cool.
Actually, that's a point. You stood up, so actually you're further back than that. Because you stood
Yeah.
up, you used up half your movement, so it wouldn't add on 60 feet. So actually, I don't think you're in range anyway.
Well, I would have thought 30 feet of movement.
Yeah,
But
just in range.
Yeah, but again, can't.
Okay. I will say, if you're trying to get it within 60 feet, to get it in range, you would be hitting it here, which means you would be hitting there or there anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I should have had 30 feet of movement once I cast the spell. So
Yeah, you had 30 feet of movement, but that's as far as you got.
oh, okay. Thought I would have gotten further. Yeah, but as I said, I don't want to cast it while my friend's grappled. I've now
Well,
flown
that's
over
what I'm
it.
saying. From where you are currently, if you were to use it, you would hit Lyra there regardless.
Yeah.
And
In that case, I'll just use my action to dash and get back to that position you had me in a second ago.
There you go.
Nice.
All is right with the world.
Yep.
Action economy is satisfied. Cedric. Moonbeam. Yep. Yeah. Okay. We'll go. Yes. Oh! Wow.
Wow.
Oh. Well, there were 3 sixes that you didn't like. But the 8 hit dice, damage. Yeah. Yes. 12.
Well,
14? 12. You've only got +5 more. Alrighty. Mushroom hits in the back of the head.
No one's down, are they?
No. Can't believe your dice more than anything else.
I can still trigger it from there, can't I?
You can still shoot it. It's in the range.
Yeah, well, I'll do that one. Sorry.
Sure.
Go for that fast. 27.
Yes.
Yay. 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Thunk. Crossbow ball hits worryingly close to you, Foundling.
Hey, she's better than that.
Yeah, but the here is a dick. He's moving,
Oh,
foundling around.
you said he was huge as well. So.
Yeah. Still a dick.
Okay.
But you hit it. That's fine.
I will. Does Ashes still look pretty wounded? Or is she okay now?
Sure.
Yeah. I will see as Ashes fairly close to me. I'll hit Asher with the nanite beam.
Okay, that's your action or bonus?
That's 2 actions.
2 energy.
1 energy. Yeah, so I've got my 2 actions because I'm hasted.
Yeah, no. The question was an action or a bonus action rather than hasted action. Your hasted action was trigger.
No,
I can't remember whether then I said.
Being not action.
I think it is an action, isn't it? I know we've been playing as a bonus action, which is basically human word.
Yeah, or can I do that as an action?
Could do it as an action if you want.
Or do I just try and get them?
Don't ask me.
I'm gonna heal
Okay.
that shot.
You can now be natural.
Mm-hmm.
Or some healings.
There's some healings, and then that is just gonna roll down here because I feel up to It's cocked on itself. Oh my god. I'm gonna go, so that's 16 points of healing, and then I'm gonna hit it with the drones.
6 healing, Asher.
Thank you.
No, 16 healing.
16. And then
Even better.
that's
Hits it.
one, and then another for the drones.
2 drones attacks.
Da, 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 da. 30.
Yes.
And a 13.
No.
Okay, so one.
I think the first one was enough hitting for the both.
10 points piercing damage.
Okey-dokey. Double. You're moving. You see where you are.
I'm staying around.
All right. Brings us to the top of round foundling.
I'm still up. I'm a
What? Well, I saw a nice juicy line of 4 people, which Matt walked into. So we decided it would do that instead.
Yeah.
It did not count on the fact that you would somehow manage to avoid whilst being in it.
You know what? Let's just keep trying to hit it.
Okay, go for it. Disadvantage.
Well, that's going to fail because that's a natural 2 on the first roll, so
Yeah.
it's going to be 14 or worse.
Misses.
Second attack. Oh, that's better. Unnatural 20
Hits.
for 14 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
I'm then going to flurry of blows it.
Okay.
Sort of flailing and kicking.
Yeah, exactly.
Yay! Natural 1 on the first one.
Yay!
Haven't had one of them yet.
Nope.
Does a 19 hit on the second one?
It does.
Okay, that's 6 bludgeoning damage.
Uh-huh.
And I've got no idea how this is going to work.
Yes.
But can it make a strength save or be knocked 15 feet away from me?
DC is...
DC's 16.
That's an 18.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
had a
fair enough. If you punch it to try and push it away from you, it stays taut.
Or me away from it. But yeah, okay, I'm done.
All right. Lyra. I'll tell you what next.
Hey, I am really quite wounded.
Why don't people tell me these things before I heal people?
Because
You're
because
not if you're dying!
Well, metagame.
because Lena wouldn't have seen that Lyra was probably.
Yeah, this is the thing. She's just seen Asher and herself get hit by tons of lightning. So she's just like, I'm going to heal you because you got hit bad.
Yeah,
I'm going to
I did get hit a lot.
of greater healing.
Uh-huh. Probably the most danger Ash's been in for a long time.
Before I've had a turn, yeah.
Yeah. I cast 3 disintegrates on Asher. Make dex saves. No.
I heal 13.
Okay.
And then 2 attacks on Big Behir behind.
Okay. I'm sure it's behind its centre face. Is that the gift shotgun?
So first attack is a 24.
Hits.
For 28 force damage.
Ooh, yeah. Okay.
Second attack is a natural 20.
Yeah.
Hang on a moment. for 58 points of damage.
Yeah, that definitely does it. So as you take the blade for the second time, having forced the wound open with your first Plane Warrior strike, the blade stabs it and you cut right the way through, severing pretty much everything that it has in its neck, covering you with quite cold blood, but leaving it dead and founding free.
Fare thee well, Tits McGee. We hardly knew you. Clunk.
And that is the end of that. I'm going to be making the thing disappear off, so heads up. So, with those things defeated, what are you going to do?
Search
Like, they weren't what we were here to kill.
maybe search the caves.
Sorry, out of character, how long have we been traveling for? Are we at the point where we should be starting to rest, or are we
No, you've been going for 3 hours.
3 hours? Yeah.
We can have a quick sketch around the caves.
Hello.
Were these guys scaly, or did they like having fur on them?
They're scaly.
Not that.
No. Yes. Randall. Like a gecko.
Quick look around the caves before we.
Just a quick.
Quick.
Okay.
Quick
Lily,
count.
you make your way up to the cave. Make an investigation check.
Who, Lyra?
Oh, hang on. What was the number?
14.
Okay, and Connor, do you want to say something?
I was asking if it was Lyra.
Yes, it's Lyra. Okay. So as you get up there, you can see that unsurprisingly, the two caves actually interconnect. There is a sort of passageway that has been burrowed out that wraps around. In the back of the cave, there's a few skeletons that have been devoured. A few mountain goat-like things. You know, what they are, the closest that you can recall of being some sort of mountain animal. As well as 3 eggs.
What?
Not chicken eggs. They're about yay big.
Big breakfast.
Omelette.
Bag of holding.
I'll take one and put it in the bag of chilling.
Okay. Got a cold Behir egg. I mean, it might not be a problem because, you know, cold-blooded reptile. I'm going to snap the baby here. Okay. So with that, you are going to continue on your travel.
Yeah.
So, marching order, please.
As we have a few seconds, I'm going to wholeness of body myself and regain 42 hit points.
Okay.
I'm also going to start necking my regular potions of healing.
Okay, there's some feedback coming from someone. I'm not sure where from though. Might just be me.
It's when my booming, sexy voice talks, you get the feedback.
How much does the Behir egg weigh?
The Behir egg weighs about 40 pounds. It's a big egg. Okay, so Fallon, you healed up. So what's the marching order, please?
Luke, I've used my Asimar healing hands for 15 points.
Okay, bless you, Ross.
If Asher goes at the back again, I'll do the same as before and go fast. Yeah, I think we like that order.
Fair enough.
Cedric, Foundling, Elam, Asher, and Kafina. Okay. So, Lyra, please make another survival check, please.
Are we still moving stealthily?
Are you still moving stealthily? I assume not at this point.
Okay, good.
29, was that? Okay. You refine the tracks after going past where the Beheers have disrupted them and other things have crossed the path. You are able to find them quite easily. Cedric, can you make a perception check for me, please? Okay. You hear off in the distance the sound of a hunting horn.
No, not this again.
But it is not laced with enchantment magic as you had previously experienced. This is just a straightforward horn sound. No, you're in the mountains. Sound travels a little bit weirdly, and it sort of reverberates around it. It's possibly the other side of the mountain. It may be further down behind you. Is all you can really discern.
All we can do is keep pressing on.
We should move.
We should, yes.
All right, you keep pressing on for a little bit further, and you find yourself the path making its way up, coming up to what seems to be some sort of glacier. The mountain range itself continues up to a stony point, but up to one side there is a series of jutting ledges of ice that are covered with a good layer of snow that can be traversed easily enough. Kafina, because you did not recast the spell, make a con save.
20.
Okay, you're still able to resist the effect. As you come up to the glacier, the footprints seem to fade away somewhat, as the snow sort of seems to be more fresh in this area. So I would like everyone to make a perception check, please.
Like
17.
9?
Hold on. 17 for Asher. Tom? 29 was that? Okay. Leader?
31. For 19, now we 12.
Nice! Delta.
24.
Kavina?
13.
Family?
Also 13.
Okay. So Cedric, Mila, and Lyra, the three of you sort of discerning from some of the snowdrifts, you can see some movement that is occurring around the edge of one of these snowdrifts that has occurred at the front of the glacier. It looks as if it is wings that seem to be maneuvering up and down sort of in a regular pattern. Leela, because you've got high, you can see that the wings that are flying around, they are six wings attached to a spherical body that seems to be just rotating around something, but there are three of them just looping in and out, like they're in orbits of some sort.
3 spherical things with wings flying round something. That is what you get.
Sorry, what size?
They are large.
They look hecking big.
Can I try to sneak a bit closer to get a better look?
Make a stealth check.
$30.
30. Okay. come up closer, and as you see you sort of move around the backside of the glacier, leaving everyone behind a good 60 feet back, you come around and you look around the corner, and you can see, for the first time, the stag stood before you, white-bodied, as pure as the snow. The horns itself extending out into icy tendrils that seem to be grasping out at the snow. In the center, hanging between 2 points, is a crescent moon that just runs across the top, not touching the head, but just running sort of in between the two antlers. These creatures that are orbiting it have six symmetrical wings, flying these spherical bodies, and they look as if they are orbiting like moons around its antlers. This is a wonderful sight to behold. Such a majestic creature.
Can I tell what the creatures circling it are?
They are not creatures of your understanding or learning. So they are not monstrosities, dragons.
Do they look like they're attacking the stag or just circling it?
They are just there, orbiting. They don't appear to be bothering it. It seems to be aware that they are there, but not. They
are large creatures.
They are large creatures. The stag is huge.
Oh.
Right, so big stag.
Big stag.
And what is the stag doing at this stage?
Currently, it is just standing at the point of the glacier, looking around and just sort of surveying. It seems to be that wherever it looks, you can sort of see off in the distance gusts of icy wind blow the snow across it. It seems to be just waiting.
And how close have I managed to get?
You're probably about 60 feet, within 60 feet.
Is there any cover between me and it?
No, you are the last point of cover.
Also, where it's 10:30 is now actually a good place to stop.
That very much depends on what you do next.
What if we let the other people that are trying to kill it go first and die against it, and then we can pick up the remainder?
You're not there.
Am I not? Oh, I didn't.
Everyone else will stay behind, unless you wanted to get closer, in which case you have to do a stealth check.
Nope, I am not the kind of person that gets closer.
I have a plan to get to it, but I need that would involve starting combat.
Okay.
So it might be better to wait for next week.
Okay, as you start, then you sort of get your blade ready in its sheath, prepared to take on this challenge that the goddess has clearly placed before you. That is where we should pick up next week. Well done, guys. What? Finishing relatively on time. Yeah, it is. They are nasty.
Does anyone else feel like this is a TPK moment? I mean, we just struggled with 3 regular beasties, and I don't know if anyone else is.
Jared.
What?
Behears were created by storm giants to fight dragons. They are not tiny creatures. Super cool.
That's relative, is what I'm getting at. Relative to what we're looking at right now.
SCR is pretty high.
I'm pretty low on health, so I might just start combat and immediately die. So.
Yeah, like.
No, you're not allowed to die. You've got to get the kill.
Yeah, nothing in the challenge says that you can't die in between, partway through the fight, and then come back and get the kill.
I mean, if you die, we'll just get Ashen to pick you up and beat the stag to death.
Yeah, I would say I'll just kill the thing with Lyra.
But what about that idea that I was floating? Is any part of the quest going to be broken if we let someone else weaken it first, and then we come in and take the spoils?
Should we all just attach to its like belly and then wait for them to take it down, and then we just plunge a dagger in at the last second? 1 point of damage.
We're kill stealing, yeah.
Wild shape into something similar and lure them.
Sexy version of it. Yeah.
I don't know if I can
I
do that
think we
big,
should-
unfortunately.
I think we should
Anyway.
get our harpoons and tow cables and go for the legs.
Yeah.
Is it seen this really old movie?
Anyway. So yeah, that's it. That's where we shall pick up on our next New Year's session, or next session of the New Year. So yes. Thank you very much for joining us. Thank you for joining us on our 100th episode if you've been watching along. We hope you're staying safe out there. You're taking care of yourselves. I hope everyone, all my players are taking care of themselves as well. And we shall see you next time. Thank you very much for joining us. Take care, stay safe. Good night. Children's TV presents away.
The hunt. I'm off to join.
The hunt.